Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm going to be bringing you a quick little update for the Kratos Deadman mode servers. As you can see, there's already a couple new features that you can see right here in the Lumbridge home. This is the voting rewards store. Before I go into talking about these items, I'm going to quickly mention that there's been a bunch of bug fixes and some content changes. For example, the bug fixes, you can no longer grant it mall spec people from 10 squares away. The out of combat timer has been increased, so now it'll take 1 tick longer for you to teleport when out of combat. This was only done because people could essentially go up a ladder and instant tele because of the gap in combat. So this will be a little small bit of a nerf. It may be adjusted later on in the season or for next season if it still needs to be longer. However, people will not be able to just simply go up a ladder and instant teleport out of combat. So some of the game changes as well. Cullen Answer gloves have been heavily nerfed down to 15 quest points now to wear Barrow's gloves. Ava's accumulator no longer requires animal magnetism to wear. You just got to buy the the Ava's accumulator from Low in Varrock. And anti-dragon shields are now in the like anti-fire shields. They're all in every single general store, so you don't need to do Dragon Slayer for those anymore. Just a whole bunch of kind of quality of life updates to make the server more based around PKing and less so grinding out the stats to get to PKing. So without all that being said, we're going to go into the voting reward store. So you can vote on the Kratos homepage, and note that you can start voting now on the account you plan to use on your Deadman mode account. So when you come on Saturday to start playing, you will already have a few credits already built up. So I highly recommend that you start doing this now. And I know it may suck for some of you that don't see the video and start playing. However, it's really not that big of a deal. As you can see in the voting store, there's really nothing here that's going to give a sweet combat advantage or anything, especially in the first 3 hours of the game anyways. No one can attack anyone. So we're just going to start by saying the voting coins. This is how you make votes tradable. Now, I just have the game hidden because I am on I'm on an admin account, so I can see all the logs from every time I open a tab and stuff. So this obviously isn't here when you play. However, voting coins, you can buy these, and they are tradable. This makes voting credits. This is how you trade voting credits between accounts. You can sell them, whatever you want to do. But then we also have things like box of resources, mystery box, augmented herb box, and I'm going to kind of quickly touch on these box of resources. They're going to give you a whole variety of resources. This includes food or uncut gems, and as well prayer potions and super restores to try and make the game a little more balanced in what do you want to say? It makes it a little more balanced in trying to take away from that hunter-gatherer mode and put it more towards PKing. So here, what I can do here is let's box of resources, and that is what item 15,222. Let's get 15 of them, and we're just going to open these up here. So there we go, 4 Seared Almond Brews, some food or uncut, a couple super stores there, a couple more uncuts, some more ore, a few mithril darts, uncut gems, a few more prayer potions. So as you can see here, it's a good 30% chance to get things that are actually useful. If you consider the Manta Rays Brew Superstores, those are generally the more useful items, as you can see along here. But you do also get some nice little things out of them. So that's going to be a huge introduction to all, getting out of having to grind for these prayer potions and not being able to fight someone or something because you don't have the supplies to do it. So these cost 1 voting credit. You can get a total of 7 voting credits a day if you were to vote every 12 hours. So definitely get on that now. You can give yourself a nice little bit of a head start. And then the next item we're going to be doing is the mystery boxes. And you can see, I think it's 6199. Let's do 10 of those. Please be it. Yes. So these are the mystery boxes. They give a wide variety of items. So there's some rune boots. Very nice. Monkfish, lobsters, more lobsters, PRS, more lobsters, another rune skim. So it's really hit or miss with these. They're 2 voting credits each, and they can be good. They give granite malls, but they also give a lot of kind of medial items, such as lobsters and whatnot, that maybe not be as useful. So the next big update is the introduction of something called the herb box. Now, these are dropped by every single NPC in the game. Every single monster you can kill has a chance to drop these herb boxes. And what this does is you can hit bank all, and it will send all of these herbs directly to your bank. Now, notice that they are generally some lower level herbs. You get a couple ranars and whatnot in there. But this is just to kind of take away from alts just being placed at Chaos Druids and farming herbs to make it more like, not so altscape based. You actually get the herbs yourself on your main account. It's not as much of a grind to gather all the herbs that you need. So you would have noticed that there was another thing in there called the augmented herb box, and these are in here for a total of 3 voting credits. And if I spawn augmented herb box, if I spawn one of these, you'll notice that they give much higher level herbs. So you got you get a torstal seed, snapdragon torstals, palm tree seed, great XP for farming. That's like 1 million farming XP when you harvest it. Grimy toadflax, grimy landonites, all these different items that are included in these. So the augmented herb box will not be dropped by all NPCs, just the herb boxes. So next you see some items. You got the magic secateurs, increases your yield from harvesting herb patches. Bone sack, you wear this. Say you're killing dragons, it automatically banks the dragon bones. Cooking gauntlets, holy wrench, herb sack, all these items do have the same functions what they do in old school RS. Well, except dark light, I suppose. But herb sack, this you can use on Slayer tasks to collect some of the herbs that you get. Pet rock to enter the Dagonoth King's lair. Dark light. Now this will be a little different from old school RS because we have tremendous demons. We have for over a year on World 1, and they have the chance of dropping the Dragon Claw. So you can now use dark light to kill those in the Lumbridge basement through the tunnels. Watch a YouTube video if you want to know how to get there. However, do remind you, these things are hard as hell to kill. They are not fun to kill at all, and they give really horrible common drops. Like a million seeds, the odd maybe like Rune Battle Axe or something, but they are not fun. They are in multi. They'll be relatively hard to kill, but if you get a nice team together or whatever, and you think you can keep yourself safe, you do have the chance of getting Dragon Claws on Deadman mode now. With also the introduction of the Ivan Staff, that'll make a nice little easier on Kraken tasks and whatnot. And all of the God books filled with their respective pages. And these are 10 voting credits each. And finally, the Barrows tabs for 2 voting credits. You can teleport yourself directly to Barrows. So that's about it. That's pretty much the main changes you can expect to see from Deadman mode. I recommend checking out the forums. Start voting now on the account you plan on using for Deadman mode. Well, even if you don't know what the account you want to use is yet, just start voting. Then you can trade over the voting credits after. But yeah, start getting prepared for Kratos Deadman mode Season 4 as it releases in a couple days. We'll see you guys later.